4 out of 10. Clumsy, clumsy, clumsy today. And also just kind of in a bad place. Just a bunch of little stupid things have happened right before I want to go to bed. And I almost was like, well, I'm going to be seeing this again. So I'll be able to see the part that I fell asleep through. I'll be able to see the part that I didn't fall asleep through again. So I was like, do I even want to do this now? And I was like, no, I should do this now because no one's going to care in a couple days. Because I guarantee I won't be seeing it again for a while. But anyways, yeah, 4 out of 10. I recently watched a lot of the MCU movies that I hadn't seen. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot because I hadn't seen very many. Rewatched most of them. Some I technically saw, but like it was like when they came out and like I probably fell asleep during them or just didn't care because I wasn't a huge superhero movie fan and I'm still not, but like I'm more open to liking one now. But like some of them I rewatched because I remembered and just wanted to see better, and I've seen basically all of the MCU except Iron Man 2, I think. I think that's it. Even the shows. But this is movies. This is a movie right now. I don't remember why that mattered. But anyways, I wasn't expecting anything from this because I wasn't that invested in the Black Panther character and I wasn't that interested and I wasn't looking forward to it. But like I was going to see it because it's a Marvel MCU movie and I'm seeing everything that I get. And even if I didn't see everything that I get, I have a friend who's huge into the Marvel, into MCU, and he probably would have wanted me to go with him because he doesn't like going by himself, and I would have been fine with it. Or maybe someone in my family would have wanted to. But anyways, but I was making myself look forward to it because I knew I was going to be seeing it. I love the director and one of the writers, Ryan Coogler. Fruitvale Station is great. It is almost phenomenal. Honestly, if I saw it again, it'd probably be phenomenal. I just know the first time I thought that it was very good. And then Creed is very good. I hadn't seen any of the other Rocky movies. It was kind of like a spin-off of sorts, so I didn't think it was that necessary. But my mom was just like, hey, I want to see Creed. And I was like, okay. And I hadn't seen the others, and she doesn't like to go by herself. So I was like, whatever. But I ended up really liking it. I'm not sure I want to see the rest of the rest of the Rockies, though, because there's so many. But plus, it doesn't have Michael B. Jordan as the lead. So, and I got my fair share of Sylvester Stallone in that. But, yeah, those are just two outstanding movies. And this had a lot to live up to. Now, I will admit that when I found out that this had I think it had a 100% for a while, but then it went down to a 99%, not 100% about the 100, but 99 I know it had, and then I got certified, and I was like, holy crap, and I was like, another February movie starring Daniel Kaluuya that gets a 99%, I mean, it's not starring Daniel Kaluuya, but he's, like, in both of them, it's crazy, and then it went down to a 98, then it went down to a 97, and I was like, okay, and then it's going to go down to like 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, maybe even 1 or 0, I don't know, but I didn't think it was going to go below 90, but then it went back up to a 98, and last I checked, it was at a 98. So, this is going to be one of the better movies of the year for most people. Like, critic people. For users, I think they're going to agree with me. At least a portion. I think there's going to be a lot of people that aren't going to like this as much as others. I found this to be boring. I fell asleep during it. I was so bored. I've been falling asleep through a lot of movies because they've all been so boring. Because that's what January and February does to you. I fell asleep during The Post, which when I saw it again, I thought it was okay, but like it's not really my cup of tea. I kind of was disappointed, and then it was boring and it was long, and it just put me to sleep. And I was not tired at all, and it was the 3:45 p.m. showing. Then 50 Shades Freed for obvious reasons. And then this. Mostly because I was disappointed. A little bit because it was long. And a little bit because it was boring. I found almost no enjoyment in this. If it hadn't have had a budget which made it look great and have great production value, and if it hadn't had stars that I liked giving decent performances, very disappointing in the performances. I mean, I figured that would be the one strong thing, but it's not. And if it didn't have uh, decent enough cinematography, and if it wasn't colorful, like if it was like, I mean, I think it's gonna stop being this way for MCU movies, but if it was like gray, blue, green, like dull, crappy looking, if it had been that, I would have probably fallen asleep quicker than I did. But this just, I didn't enjoy this. I mean, the action was okay when it was there, but there was very little of it, and I think that's why a lot of people aren't gonna like this as much. There's more. It's a talky movie. And I just, the first like 20 to 30 minutes was basically just him becoming king, which, like, you know, they could have just said some stuff, and then, oh, and he became king, and now here we are. And just get straight to the point of he's battling a villain. I mean, that's all that these are. Sorry about the spoiler, by the way, but I think that was in the trailer. But also, it's not like, you know, it's just a thing that happens to get you reacquainted with the character, and then the actual thing comes on. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to end it right here. It looks great due to a budget, but other than that, I mean, yeah, there's a couple action scenes that are okay, but they're not as good as they could have been. Very disappointing villain. You know, I mean, Michael B. Jordan in the first scene was pretty great, and Andy Serkis in the first scene was pretty great, but then after that, like, Andy Serkis got weird, and it was kind of funny, and he had a little moment that I was like, oh, there's probably going to be some people that are going to make some memes, or they're going to say something about, oh, it's like Smeagol, because there's a scene where it might be like, just because he was Smeagol. It was just a huge letdown. I love when Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan collaborate, obviously, because the last two movies that he's done, I've loved. But I'll admit that I was a little worried about him doing an MCU movie. Overall, you know, I mean, it looks fine, but I just was disappointed, and there's not enough action, and it's way too talky. But I did like the scene after the credits. The scene during the credits, whatever. But the scene after the credits was good, because I'm not going to spoil it. But if you've seen my other reviews, you know my favorite MCU movie, and I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, so I'd give this a 4 out of 10, like I said at the beginning. The rating was in the description and at the beginning, so you didn't have to watch the video. But yeah, I mean, you know, check it out if you're a fan of any of the people in it, or the director and co-writer, or if you're MCU fan. I mean, like, you gotta be hardcore, though, because I can't really just recommend this to a casual viewer that goes and sees, like, the Avengers and, like, maybe saw Civil War, because it was kind of like Avengers 2.5. But, like, just, I don't know. I really, honestly, I don't like superhero movies, and I don't like a lot of MCU movies. But I feel like this is one of them that's going to... I mean, I feel like this is not as bad as the Thor movies, but I feel like this is going to be about in that same area. And not because it doesn't look great. Honestly, if it would have just been in better writing and better performances and more action, I think that probably would have made me get it to at least a 6 and be fresh. And honestly, maybe a little bit better direction. But yeah, you know, I mean, it was, I don't know. I fell asleep, and then I woke up, and I was forcing myself to stay awake. I was like, oh, I could just go to sleep right now, and it would just be so pretty, so beautiful. But I forced myself. And then, of course, right once the movie was done, I was fully awake again. It was boring. Way too much talking, and just, like, that wouldn't be a problem, except these movies are just meant to be popcorn entertainment with a bunch of action. I mean, yeah, I mean, the reason my favorite one is my favorite one is because it's basically nonstop action. That's still not really giving it away if you don't already know which one it is, because some people might consider some of them nonstop action. I only think one of them is nonstop action. But yeah, this is not going to be the MCU movie of the year. I mean, even if Infinity War wasn't coming out, I just don't think that it would be. You know, I think critics like it just because it's not really like any other MCU movie in terms of the execution of the same story. Um, but I really don't think fans are gonna like this. Well, maybe fans, but like just the general audience. I think this is gonna probably have like fresh user scores, but it's not gonna be as high as like other ones. I don't know. I think there's gonna be a lot of people that don't like this, but that's just me. So sorry that this is over 10 minutes, but thanks for watching, guys. Press that like button if you liked the video. Press that subscribe button if you liked me. Comment below. Have you seen this? If you have, what you think about it? Rank the MCU movies, or what's your favorite, or where is this, or is this your favorite? Probably not. But yeah, 1517 to Paris and Early Man coming soon. I was going to see 1517 to Paris last night, but problems arose, things came up. And then Early Man just came out, so I'll see that eventually. But yeah, once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.